what we wanted to do with this was create a piece of theatre, first and foremost, about the topic. And so it's not a sort of theatre and education piece in which we're trying to be didactic or wave the finger. What we want to do is present the most engaging and exciting professional theatre piece in schools, and the subject matter therefore engages the students, and that becomes a springboard to discussion.
If you read something online, well then it must be true.
A lot of people are victims of cyberbullying, but people surrounding them, like their friends and family, don't know because it's so private. It's on your phone, it's happening to them, you know, they've got their phones all the time. So you've got to look out for your friends.
Share their emotions, tell people exactly what you're feeling.
Because you never know, your best friend could be a victim.
You gotta be connected, you gotta know what's in and what is out. You gotta stay connected, the only way to know what life's about. It don't take much to have it or to have it ripped away. 'Cause that's what's needed to be popular.
Kids have had their technology for a long time, and people now are starting to bring cyberbullying to the fore, which is awesome. And I think the musical is one of those ways that we can address the whole community rather than just kids.
And a lot of the students at my school are victims of bullying, so maybe, it would be a good way to get that conversation going and tie it in with personal development lessons and make it more real to them.
Heard about this crazy girl who lived in Tennessee. She said that she would kill herself and stream it publicly. Nobody tried to stop her because they all wanted to see.
Yeah, being more aware of what's going on the internet and not letting it just happen, not being a bystander, I guess.
You never know who it could happen to. Like, people won't necessarily tell you, so just always be on your guard and just look out for your friends and family and stuff.
If it was texted to you, then it must be true. If everyone is tweeting it, it must be true. If it's up on someone's Facebook, then it must be true.
The way it can just spiral out of control is completely goes over the top. You know, in a schoolyard you come home with a bleeding nose back in the day, but these days you end up on YouTube with 100,000 people looking at you, laughing at you in a really private area. So that's the reality of it.
Hi, I'm Emma. My family is just...
Stephen Allison from Flinders University did a study with 3,000 Australians. He asked them later in life whether or not they'd been bullied, face-to-face bullied, and he had compared that group with the group who hadn't been bullied. And what he found was much poorer physical and mental health outcomes in those that had been bullied. Things like depression, anxiety, suicidal ideation, poor concentration, poorer physical health. And what we're seeing in the early cyberbullying studies, in the short-term studies, are very similar effects.
What life's about. It don't take much to have it or to have it ripped away. 'Cause that's what's needed to be popular.
I'm a huge fan of musicals. I think a lot of young people are as well, and I think if there's a way of communicating pretty complex messages about cyberbullying, what cyberbullying is and how to address it, even if you're perhaps a cyberbully and didn't even know it, if people recognise themselves in play, I think that can be a much more digestible way of having that discussion rather than having a very serious focused discussion. This essentially I feel is a good icebreaker.
Just be connected. Just be connected.